So very good morning friends. Let's quickly take a look at two important questions from customs refund, which is going to be very handy for you. So briefly elaborate the various situations in which the amount of duty and interest is found refundable and so being credited to the consumer should be paid to the applicant. So what are the various circumstances? So if importer or exporter has not passed on the incidence of the duty and interest to any other person, not passing on, that is the first criteria to be complied. And if the makes imports by an individual for his personal use, maybe buying perfumes or buying iPhones or any other thing, and if the buyer who has borne the duty and interest has not passed, so point A and part C deals with not passing on the duty, and next one D is if amount found refundable relates to export duty paid on goods which has returned to the exporter. The goods has been returned to the exporter as per section 26. That is very important. And lastly, if the amount relates to drawback of duty, so this is the fifth point. These are the 5 conditions. Lastly, if the duty or interest was borne by class of applicants which has been notified in this purpose. So first is not passed, then notified, then if the imports has been made by individual for his personal use, then in case of duty drawback. So these are the various circumstances in which the amount will be paid to the applicant. So let's quickly check out another last question before which we can wrap this up. Section 26 is one of the frequently asked questions. Now before we go to that, let me tell you one more point. So interest on delayed refund, so if it is not refunded to the applicant within 3 months, the interest rate is 6%. Kindly keep this in mind as well, because there are chances for any questions coming from this. So this is the question that I was referring to. So what are the various cases in which refund of export duty can be made? Briefly elaborate as per section 26. The goods are returned to such person otherwise than by way of resale. This is first point. And goods are re-imported within 1 year from the date of exportation. So the catch timeline is within 1 year, and an application for refund of such duty is made before expiry of 6 months from the date on which proper officer makes an order for clearance of goods. You might either get a question 6C 4 marks, or you might get using either any of 1 or 2 in your MCQs. So this is within 1 year, this is within 6 months. These are the various ways in which you might get questions from section 26. Make full use of it. Watch this video at least 3 times, because these are all tricky topics, but if you listen carefully, you will not keep coming back to it, and you can utilize the time for direct access. So all you keep your best wishes.